Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another predictions video. And in today's video I'm going to be predicting the Ajagba versus Shaw fight. If you are new around here though and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So going into this fight, Ajagba is 16-1 with 13 KOs and Shaw is 18-0 with 13 KOs. This fight is a 10-round fight in the heavyweight division. Shaw's last fight was a win via unanimous decision versus Buka, and Ajagba's last fight was a win via TKO in round 2 versus Damos. Ajagba's only loss came via unanimous decision versus Sanchez in 2021, which kind of shows to an extent that he isn't quite at that level of what a Frank Sanchez is at the moment. And so, I mean, the way that he kind of lost that fight against a Frank Sanchez, he looked very good, he was very dominant, he was fast punching, fast counter punching, and he was very impressive. But Ajagba just seemed to kind of struggle with the speed and not be able to keep up really, and so that was it's an interesting thing to see. Especially, obviously Sanchez is a very tough opponent, but it shows that he's not really at that step up level, and I feel like this fight is a good fight for him, but it might show some more weaknesses from him. But you never know, because he is a very good fighter though, as Ajagba is a powerful come forward fighter that likes to wear his opponents down. So I suppose a Frank Sanchez style isn't really a style that would really suit him, but a style, maybe not, there's certain styles in the heavyweight division, like a Dillian White perhaps, would be, obviously might not be able to beat him, but that would be more kind of suited to his style, if that makes sense. And so that's kind of how he seems to like to fight. But obviously that was just a one-off fight, and since then he did bounce back and get that more recent victory. Ajagba, of course, can end a fight with any one punch, which always means it's going to be an entertaining fight and always kind of leaves everybody on the edge of their seats. But Shaw, on the other hand, is a sharp, fast, accurate and smart fighter, and kind of has the attributes to be a very high level heavyweight, but just at the moment isn't quite got any kind of high level opposition into his name. And so that's kind of why he's not quite up there yet. And I mean, maybe if he wins this fight he could be kind of pushed up into the world rankings, but of course we'll have to see with that one. Shaw does like to be in control with most of his fights, so if he isn't and the Ajagba kind of ends up having his way, that might be a way for him to be able to get some sort of victory in this. Shaw, of course, does have the good fundamentals of boxing, and like I said, a sharp, fast and accurate kind of smart fighter is something, of course, which is always great attributes to have for a fighter. And of course that speed might be something that Ajagba might be able to struggle with, like he did against Sanchez, and so it's possibly a big weakness for him. But we'll have to see if he's kind of improved since then, which, to be fair, he seemingly has been doing, improving with most of his fights, especially in that last one. Ajagba is the favourite for this fight, and I think that Shaw will win via unanimous decision. I think Shaw will just be able to kind of do what I said and kind of wear him down with the fast punches and be able to go in and out of range and not try and go, as if he doesn't try and stand toe to toe with Ajagba, then he will have a chance of winning, and I think it'll be a via decision. But if he tries to go toe to toe, then I don't really see that happening. But I think he's too smart to try and go toe to toe with Ajagba, because he knows that's just not going to work, and so I think that's what he's going to do, and I think that will make him be able to get the victory. And yeah, and then, I mean, I've got a few options of who he could fight. I think it will push him into the kind of low-level world rankings. I've got a few names here. One being Zhang. Obviously, that's a bit of a big step and might not really be happening, and it's just one I thought I'd throw out there. Ortiz is another big step, but is coming off a recent defeat, and so I think could be like a Frank Sanchez level opponent, maybe a bit worse, but a Frank Sanchez level opponent. That'd be a good step up for Shaw to see if he is really at that level in the heavyweight division. Or somebody who I believe have just dropped out the world rankings in Franklin Jr. I think obviously he had a tough fight versus Dillian White. It was a close, tough fight, and he could have another one against Shaw, and that could be a very good matchup. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Like the video if you did need, like this, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.